too casual for work. For context, I have a few piercings, dyed hair, rainbow glasses, and a sticker-clad cane. People are going to stare anyway. May as well give them something to stare at. I'm also pretty casual. I afford expected respect to people. But especially since I work in fast food and only have a few coworkers. I, and my other coworkers, managers, don't see a reason to be excessively professional. I was hired with all of these visible and have never been told to remove them. Both GM and regional manager know. A new manager got hired. She met me about a week ago. Within 3 days of meeting me, she started commenting on a lot of my behavior and appearance, to the point of demanding I fix my appearance immediately when I told her I didn't see how my appearance affected my ability to do my job. Now, I have no problem removing the piercings or dyeing my hair a more natural color. But my glasses are pretty necessary for my current situation. I can sort of see about 4 or 5 feet away with them. Without them I'm basically useless. And nothing can fix it at this point. So I've stopped bothering with an ophthalmologist and I speak to my coworkers the way they speak to me. We're all pretty casual and friendly. Also, the only thing she noted that was maybe against policy is the piercings. But we're technically allowed 2 stud piercings. And that's what I have. Either way, whatever. I was fine taking them out. But in a stroke of genius, I went, alright. I took out my piercings and tucked my hair into my hat. She decided to insist my glasses were just aesthetic. Because of course real people who need glasses only wear plain black or metal frames. So I took them off. Got sent back to work. At this point, everything is gray. So one of my coworkers led me back to my spot on the line. She then got on me about my performance dropping and accused me of doing it to spite her. I told her I couldn't see. And she started nagging me about how I needed to treat her with respect. She's not my friend, and once again commented on how casually I talk to people. So I drew inspiration from one of my favorite video game characters and started speaking like Fiscal. Not well, but enough that it was obvious what I was doing. Alas, without my spectacles, 'tis but a blur. I also ignored her or pretended not to understand if she used any informal terms toward me. These shenanigans continued until another manager came in, saw me without my glasses, and got on the new manager, and told me to put everything back to normal. Apparently, I look like a legal issue waiting to happen, without my glasses and piercings. I overheard things like, I just don't feel appreciated for the work I do here, and Acer was being intentionally obstinate. I also overheard the older manager tell her that I am, in fact, legally blind and had every right to pursue legal action for an ADA violation. I don't know the laws well enough to know if it was. Nor would I have had the money to sue. But the idea someone would assume I could made me feel a bit satisfied. I ended up getting my ability to wear my piercings returned, too, endorsed by the GM and everything. Not the thing I cared about, but a nice pro. I'm pretty sure I've angered the new manager. Though, oh, well, I don't talk to her. She doesn't talk to me. And that's fine. She's been the subject of criticism by my coworkers. Though, and I'm pretty sure if your entire store has 7 active employees, you're not going to last long there when none of them like you. I got a talking to about ignoring a customer while cutting fabric at a textile store. I said I hadn't seen anyone. To which my manager replied, they were at your shoulder. There's no way you could miss them. I tried explaining my brain ignores what would be my peripheral vision because it's so blurry, but she wasn't getting it. I handed her my glasses and said, humor me, and try these on for a sec. She did, and damn near flung them off because my prescription is so strong. Then she understood. I can't see without my glasses. At all. Like, literally can't see past the end of my nose. If someone is standing outside the view of my lenses and don't say anything, I will not know they are there. All I'm picturing is Mr. Magoo decked out in rainbows. And far more intelligent. Well done. By the way, I had HR comment on my appearance. In my annual review, told her that I didn't deal with the public and wasn't hired for my appearance. I was hired based on my technical and problem-solving ability. She had to drop that foolishness. Legally blind without your glasses and told not to wear them by a manager? Oh, yes. That's definitely an ADA violation if the other manager doesn't say something. And possibly even though the other manager stepped in. Though it's probably not worth the effort to pursue it. I'm glad those in the know had your back. I hate when new managers think that they know best and will not listen to reason. That person will not last long if the workers take complaints about their manager to the GM. If it is a problem, it's usually a manager who is at fault. It's fast food. Do the customers notice or care what you look like? I mean, I might notice and go, cool, but the other 90% of the time I'm like, fast food. Now, please. Although the idea of someone operating in a tiny, blurry circle of visibility would bother me if I had to work with you. What's this loud wiggly thing on the end of my knife? Is way too easy to accomplish. The new manager probably did irreparable harm to her career by forcing you to work without you. Remediation device, glasses, and exposing the store and owners to a lot of liability. Such blatant stupidity is rarely overlooked because of how slam dunk and expensive the suits can be. It wouldn't cost you money to file an ADA complaint, and a good lawyer would probably take a case like that on contingency. They'd do the job for a portion of the proceeds. If you lose, they'd likely get nothing. No one is taking my glasses away. If my glasses fall off the nightstand, I can't see well enough to find them. I call them my Velma Dinkley moments. That's crazy. I have worked at a large corporate law firm for over 20 years. The misconception of not being able to afford an attorney to sue is not how it works. If you have a solid case, a plaintiff attorney will invest the time for your case. They make a percentage of what you get. Their business plan is to invest in cases they think they can win. It is not great, but that is what we have. She'd hate me. I have green and purple hair, 5 piercings and 5 tattoos. One of the tats is a medical alert on my right inner wrist, forearm. I work in fast food and I have had a manager with turquoise hair and have worked with people with lots of tattoos, and they couldn't be picky on looks because we are short-staffed at the moment and anyone that applies gets hired. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's jealousy. I recently started a new job and on my first day the manager was moaning at me about how much more petite I am than her. I wear nice clothes and make an effort, whereas most of the women that work there don't. There's no excuse as they earn more than me. Since then she's found a reason to moan at me on every shift about any little thing. Personally, I feel sorry for her. Imagine feeling so low about yourself that you project it onto your work colleagues. In return, I'm as nice as possible. If anyone is going to look like a B word at work, it's not going to be me. WTH, did she think glasses are for anyway? It always blows me away how some people get hung up on that. I had a public-facing job in the public service. Tattoo. Ever-changing hair colors were no issue so long as I was neat and tidy and professional in my job. It was fine. The big bosses used to make jokes about what color my hair would be each time they came to my office. Lol. They're lucky you didn't cut yourself while trying to prepare food while blind. Alas, without my spectacles, 'tis but a blur, fucking lol. I'm stealing that. One of my past office, admin jobs had new middle management every few years. We didn't deal face to face with the customers and had a smart, casual dress code that wasn't really enforced. There was nothing in there about visible tattoos or piercings, of which I have plenty. When our next middle manager started, she took an instant dislike to me. Would make comments to other people, within earshot, about my appearance and attitude. She had never worked in the industry before this job, and I had politely corrected her about several things which she really didn't like, especially coming from a secretary. She pushed through making changes to a few policies, including the dress code, banning all visible tattoos and only allowing minimal jewelry. It was clearly aimed at me, as no one else would have been affected. I refused to sign it, repeatedly. When she complained to my boss, he basically told to her shut up and drop it. Wish I could have seen the look on her face. Legally blind? Must wear glasses to do tasks? You don't need money to hire an ADA lawyer. They'd get that for a cut. Is the manager likely to say anything which would be another potential ADA violation? Are any of the employees waiting to say the phrase, "You really are trying to get employer name sued into the ground, aren't you?" Quote.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.